Following is a lecture given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on January 4th, 1976, in Nellore, India.
This Krishna consciousness movement is very, very old, at least 5,000 years old. And if you take history before that, then it is at least 40 millions of years old. This Krishna consciousness was spoken by Krishna before the battlefield of Kurukshetra took place. Krishna instructed this same Bhagavad Gita philosophy to the sun god. He says in the fourth chapter, Imam vivasati yogam praktaman ahamambayam vivasana manovitrahu manuvikhaka vibravi sakalena yoganasta paranta. So, this transcendental science, Bhakti Yoga, means to surrender unto the Supreme Lord. This is the simple thing. God is great and we are small. God is Prabhu and we are Anu. We have got the God's quality as part and parcel. Mamaivansu jiva bhuta. Krishna says that these jivas, they are my part and parcel. So, gold, mine, and gold earring, both of them are gold. But the quantity of gold in the earring and the quantity of gold in the mind is not the same. This is right understanding. There are two classes of philosophers. One is thinking that I am one with the Supreme, Monism or Brahmalim, and the Vaishnava, they are thinking that we are different from God. That is the fact. And God is great and we are very, very small, minute, fractional part of God. The Veda Aveda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu summarized it that Veda and Aveda both. In quality we are Aveda, but in quantity we are Veda. So therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy is Achinta Veda Ved Tattva. That is the fact. If I am equal to God and if I am God, then how I have become dog? So this is a controversial thing going on, but from Bhagavad Gita, as God explains Himself, He says, Matta parataram nanya kinchid asti dhananya. He is the Supreme. And in the Brahma Samhita, described by Lord Brahma, He says, Ishara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadi Radi Govinda Sarvakara. Krishna also says, the Vedanta says, that the absolute truth is that from where everything emanates. Janmadasya jata. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhava. I am the origin of everything. matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matta bhajante man buddha bhava samani. So, we are to follow Mahajan because we are teeny living entities. We cannot speculate. This is nonsense. Speculation is nonsense. Manthas koti satavassa sampragamma vayu rathapi manasu. If we speculate, we shall never reach the absolute truth. That is not. But our power is very limited. How long I shall speculate? This is called kupamandukan. Just like a frog in the well is informed by his friend. And my dear friend, Mr. Frog, or Dr. Frog, I have seen a big, vast mass of water, Atlantic Ocean. The frog, he has never seen the Atlantic Ocean. She is speculating. Atlantic Ocean, the well is 3 feet around, it may be 4 feet. No, it is very hard, 5 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet. So how long he will speculate? There is no comparison. Similarly, the greatness of God, we cannot speculate. That is not possible. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated, Jasyaika nishasita kalama khavalamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannanatha. The Brahma, there are millions of Brahma and millions of Brahmanda. And they are coming with the breathing period of Mahavishnu. Jasyaika nishasita kalama khavalamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannanatha. Vishnu Mahanasa Yajasya Kala Vishesho. That Vishnu Mahavishnu is breathing millions of Brahmandas and Brahmas during the breathing period. Such Mahavishnu is also Amsa Kala, Sansa, and then part of Sansa. The Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam. So it is not possible to understand the nature of God or Krishna by our teeny speculation. It is not possible. Therefore, Krishna comes down to explain himself. Jada jadahi dharmasya glani bhavati bharat. This is dharmasya glani, godlessness. This is called. Everyone is dependent. The modern civilization, especially in the Kali Yuga, everyone is dependent, but he is thinking that he is independent. That is the folly. He is minute to minute, step to step, he is completely dependent. But still he is thinking independent, he is speculating independently to understand what is God. So, especially, Mandas Mandamatayo, Mandabhagya. This Kali Yuga, they are very slow or bad, Manda, and Sumandamatayo, and they accept some ism, Sumandamatayo, and create some Matabhagi. But this will not help us. We must know that we are dependent. We are dependent on the laws of material nature, and the material nature is working under the direction of Krishna. Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunani na kohutiya jagadvi parivartana. So these things are there. Unfortunately, we do not take care of it. Bhagavad Gita, I think, throughout the whole world, at least in India, in every house, every home, there is Bhagavad Gita. But we do not understand Krishna. This is our misfortune. This is our misfortune. This is Dharma Sagrani. Krishna explaining, this Shastra explaining that Krishna to Bhagavan Swayam, but we do not understand. Manda Sumandra Matayo, this is due to misfortune, Manda Bhagya, Upadrita. So our this Krishna consciousness movement is a teeny little attempt to convince people that you are searching after God. Take, here is God, Krishna. Take his address, take his father's name, take his mother's name. Why you are searching? Here is God. This is our mission. So we haven't got to manufacture anything. Because every information is there in the Bhagavad Gita. And especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has explained what is Krishna, he has explained. And Krishna has explained. Then what is the difficulty to understand God? There is no difficulty. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, we are carrying out the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants that people are suffering for lack of God consciousness. So preach God consciousness all over the world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, especially to the Indians, he says, Bharat bhumite manusya janma hoil ja. Janma sarthak kori karo paropoka. Bharat bhumi, those who are born in India, their business is to do welfare activities throughout the whole world. Because the whole world is in darkness about understanding the Supreme Person with whom we have got very intimate relationship. Because we are part and parcel. Just like your son is part and parcel of your body. Somehow or other, if he forgets and goes out of home, you are anxious to see that your son comes back. The son may have become mad. So similarly, Krishna, he is the son of, Krishna is the father of all living entities. Sarvajoni Shukontiya, Sambhavanti Murti. Aham Abhija Padapita. I am the Supreme Father. So Krishna is very, very anxious to take us back to home, back to God. This is Krishna's desire. Therefore he comes personally. He sends his representative. He leaves behind him Bhagavad Gita. So we can take advantage and go back to home, back to God. That is our real happiness. Any man who is wandering in the foreign countries without any shelter, without any security, his happiness is when he goes back to home, back to God. So, we living entities, we are here in this material world, we are loitering in different bodies. Tatha dehantara prapti. Now I am Indian or American, I am very great leader, Indian leader, and next moment I may become a dog or cat. Tatha dehantara prapti. Dehantara prapti is absolute, there is no question of karmana daiva netrena jantar deha bhavati. As we are working, creating a mentality, just like if I am infecting some disease, then I have to suffer from that disease. So similarly, this material world is consisting of three modes of nature, Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun and mixed. So we are infecting according to our activities. The first class position is to become a qualified Brahmana, Samagama, Sattam, Savitam, Titikha, Javam, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Asikam, Brahma, Karma, Sabha. So, that is the best quality. And next the Kshatriya quality, next the Vaishya quality, Chaturvarnam Maya system. So, according to the infection of different qualities, we are preparing the next body. Karmana Daivanatha. This is karma. You work as a Brahmana, you work as a Kshatriya, Sakarma, according to your capacity, quality. Chaturvarnama Guna. The Guna is associating with the qualities and acting. Then we are creating a body next life. So next life, tatha dehantara prapti, as we pass from one form of body within this life, from childhood to boyhood to youthhood to old age. Krishna begins his instruction with this point, that we must know what we are. We are not this body. If we remain in the bodily concepts of I, then we are no better than cats and dogs. Saiva gokhaka. Jasyatu buddhi kunapeti dhatuke sadhik kalatra jishubho mayujadhi jat tirtha buddhi salilena karahiche janeshu avidgeshu saiva gokhaka. So, India especially, we have got so much advantages. So many Vedic literatures, instruction by Krishna, instruction by Vyasadeva, Sukadeva Goswami. So, we can very easily make our life perfect. In other countries they cannot. They haven't got the advantage. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is that those who are born in India, special privilege, they should take advantage of this infallible experience of the great sages, saintly person, living by God personally. Why you should neglect this? The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore said that make your life perfect, take very seriously the instruction of the Vedic literature and understand the position and preach this current all over the world. That is Paropoka. Not that I have understood that I am not this body, Aham Brahmasmi. No, to preach how you are Brahmasmi, how you can remain in the Brahma platform. Simply understanding is not do, theoretical. Jnanam Vijnanam. This theoretical knowledge is good, but there must be practical application. Then you need to stand. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Brahma bhuta prasannatma, na sotati na kankati, samat sarveshu bhuteshu, mad bhakti lavate para. That means simply to understand that I am Brahma will not endure. You must keep yourself as Brahma in the Brahma platform. And what is that? Madhubhakti lavati. You must act as a Brahma. That is Madhubhakti, Krishna says. And in another place Krishna says, Manchabhya vicharini bhakti yogena jase hote sagunana samasritta etan Brahma bhuyayate. That is, after Brahma stage, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Saddhati, absolute truth. So, if you simply come to the Brahma stage, Parampada, that will not endure. There is every chance of falling down. Just like you go in the sky in 18,000 miles per hour, and so on, so on. Just like these people are trying to go to the moon planet. If you get shelter in moon planet or any other planet, then you will be able to stay, otherwise come back. They are coming back. They are going, it is well advertised, they are going to the moon planet. Then why they are coming back? Why you should come back? So the idea is that simply in the Brahma impersonal state, just like sky, Vidhi says, you can go 18,000 miles speed, but if you don't get a shelter then you'll have to come back. This is the risk. So you must get shelter. So the Bhagavad therefore advises that arujya krichena parama padanga tata patanti adha anadita dusmadam. You can go very high in the sky, but if you don't get any shelter in any other planet, so similarly, you can make your spiritual progress, understanding of Brahma. But if you do not get any shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, then you will fall down. That is a fact. We have seen many sannyasis, they give up this material world, that Brahma Sattva Jagan Mithya. Then after some years, he comes down again, this Mithya Jagat, to open his schools and hospitals. If this world is Mithya, then why you are interested in schools and hospitals? That means they could not get any Brahma realization. They didn't come to test. So therefore Shastra says, Arujya Krichena Paramapada. One can rise up to the Paramapada, Brahmapada. But Patanti Tatha. Arujya Krichena Paramapada Tatha Patanti Adha. Adha means this material world. Why? Anadita Dusmadangraya. They could not take shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, the Supreme. Brahmanaham Pratishtha. Jassaprabha Prabhavato Jagadanlakoti. Brahma is the rays of the body of Krishna. Just like the sunshine is the rays of the sun god, the sun planet. So, unless we come to the point of taking shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, our life is imperfect. Therefore, Krishna comes, he says ultimately, that my dear Arjuna, because you are my very dear friend, I am giving you the most confidential knowledge. What is that? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam. This is most confident. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is the same, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Krishna demanded that Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam bhaja, but the Duskritana Mudha Naradhama, they could not understand it. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came again as a devotee of Krishna to teach how to take shelter of Krishna's lotus. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that his mission is, especially to the Indians, those who are born in India, that Amar Agyay Guru Haiya Taro English. This instruction was given in South India. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling in South India, so many people, he was attractive and said, take me with you, said, take me with you. He traveled in the villages very extensively, especially he traveled in South India. So at that time this instruction was given to some South Indian Brahmin. So my dear son, better stay here, don't come with me. You try to preach my philosophy. You haven't got to come with me. So he said, Amar Agyay Guru. So why you want to come with me? My mission is this. If you want to help me, then you become a guru under my instruction. You become a guru. Sir, I have no education, I am not a Brahmin, I am this, how can I become guru? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Amar Agyay Guru Haiya Taro Eide, where you are living. You just try to tell your that. But you become a guru. How I shall become? Jare rakho tare kaho Krishna Guru. Simply you instruct what Krishna has said. That's all. Then you become guru. You don't require any other. No, I am not a Brahmin, I am Shudra, I am this. But that is also all right. Because he said to Ramananda, when he was Shudra, he was talking with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he was very learned devotee. So he was feeling hesitation that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming from very high-grade Brahmana, and he is sannyas, his position is very exalted, I am a Shudra, how I can advise him? He was questioning and Ramananda was answering. So the answer giver is in superior position, so he hesitated. So while he was hesitating, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu encouraged him. Kiva Shudra Kiva Vipra Nasikane no Jai Krishna Tattvavitta Sai Guru. He said, it doesn't matter whether you are a Brahmana or a Shudra or these are all bodily conceptions of life. You become above the bodily conception of life. You simply try to understand Krishna. Jai Krishna Tattvavitta. To understand Krishna is not so easy thing. Manusyanam sahasretu kachiddatati siddha. Jatatama visiddhyanam kachidvit. It is not so easy, but it can be very easy, provided we take this bhakti marga. Bhaktyamam avijana. Javana jasyami bhakti. Very easy. And what is bhakti? Bhakti is manvana bhavama bhakta madhyaji magnamastu. 4 things. Always think of me, Krishna says. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. You can think of Krishna. What is the difficult? It doesn't require that you have to pass your PhD examination, then you can think of. No. Anyone, even a child can think. Manmana. And who can concentrate on Krishna unless he is a devotee? So manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyaji, worship me, magnamaskuru. By executing these 4 principles of life, he will come back to me. Mami Vaishasi Asankara, without limit. So it is not at all difficult. Had it been difficult, I am collecting my disciples through the whole world, and we condemn them according to our, their lectures, governors. Many their lectures, governors. As Sukadeva Goswami said, that in lecture governors they can be purified. Viratahunam pulinda pukpasa abhira sumbha jamana kasada jinnecha papa jagupat sraya sraya suddhanti. They can become purified by Krishna consciousness. So we are suffering in this material world on account of forgetting Krishna. This is the root cause. Forgetting Krishna. Krishna says, I am the seed-giving father of everyone. And we have forgotten Krishna. We have forgotten our father. So this is the disease. So, in order to cure this disease, to awaken them to Krishna consciousness is the best welfare activity in the world. Parupokara. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is that. Janma sarthak kore karo parupokara. But India's mission is not that we colonize in other countries and exploit them and bring money and become a lord. No. India's mission is how to revive Krishna consciousness throughout the whole world. That is India's mission. Revive Krishna. Revive your Krishna consciousness. Be fixed up in Krishna and then distribute this knowledge. This is Indian mission. So, it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entrusted this missionary work to everyone. Bharat bhumite manusya janma hai. So there is good field for Krishna consciousness. They want it. They are reading our Krishna conscious books very nicely. We are selling not less than 100,000 worth books daily. They are purchasing. So I wish that in India, people should take advantage of this Krishna consciousness movement, and we, every one of you, should become Krishna consciousness and go to the outside countries and preach this Krishna consciousness means Bhagavad Gita. Krishna consciousness, you haven't got to manufacture something by your fertile brain, speculative. That is useless, nonsense. Simply you take what Krishna has said and preach it. You become a guru and you deliver the whole world. Thank you very much.